That's the way you take out counters. Be back. Travis Meredith, Built for War. A game about designing, building, and destroying World War II tanks. That's a game I've been looking at for a while at my uh, hobby store. Unfortunately, I went to, what was that called? Hidden Strike. I bought that instead, and I went to Midway Solitaire. Kind of passed this one over, but this time I went and snatched it up, and I'm telling you what, it was about as expensive as the other ones. Now, out of all three of them, which one do I like the best? I think this one's right up there. Hidden Strike's done. It's not even really a war game. It's more of a puzzle. I mean, you don't really. Yeah, I guess you can. Your decisions do have an impact, but boy, I don't know about that one. But here we are with this Built for War. I've been playing this for a little bit. We're gonna do a little playthrough here. Now, this is a 1 to 4 player game, and you're not really fighting the Germans. I think everybody's fighting each other, from what I've gathered. I'm just playing a little 2 player game here to the best of my ability, just to see how the game works out. But it's not the Allies versus the Axis. I mean, I'm thinking you can shoot at the Americans, could shoot at the British. It's every country for himself. You know, you got 4 tanks, I guess, in the arena or in the war, which is kind of goofy because they do have the years of World War II in here. But yeah, I don't see where they have the. You can see the sides here. You got the U.S., blacker Germans, Russians, and the British, I guess, in a white. So you got uh, 3 allies and 1 Axis power. And I'll show you how you do this. But anyway, I've been setting this up, this game here, and to keep the World War II flavor as the Russians and the Germans. Now there is a solitaire AI tank cards that you can send away far. And I'm guessing this was a Kickstarter game. It's a recent game. I think it was a 2021. So it's this year or last year. There was only 1 copy. I've never heard of it or seen anything about it. So I thought, look kind of obscure. I like me a nice little obscure game. Believe me, I was rewarded. We'll get to that here in a little bit. But these are the cards that come in for the solo player. And supposedly, when you use these cards, you only have yourself using one of these cards, player cards, tank cards, and the AI don't use any of them. Well, in this, I'm just playing. Before I got these uh, solitaire cards, I went ahead and just dove into the game and started playing it as 2 player. But I'll get into this AI aspect. There's 2 sets of cards here: AI tank cards and AI action cards, I do believe. Now these cards are really. That's another thing. This game, first thing I noticed with the box. Well, Mr. B Games did a good job on Travis Meredith's product, and they didn't cut any corners. I think the only thing that could have been better is maybe if you had these all gold outlined, but they did really good. And I'll show you why I'm drooling over this game. But they got good cards. Everything's good. Rule book's good. Uh, every component they got on here is really good. Like I said, they give you 4 dice: British, American, German, and Russian. There's your game tiles, and the game tiles even got like tank silhouettes on them. I mean, just the little things. And little war gamers like us, we notice this stuff. And the components are really good. They're nice and thick. Nothing flimsy about them. All really nicely printed out and done right. I like this 3D little clipboard here, and that's just it. This is a quick game. It ain't much. Let me see. I play games on and off. I don't think I've ever sat down and played through a whole game. I've always gotten up and done other things. But I come back to games. That's why I like to. It'd be really different for me to go to a convention and play a game right now. Right? I don't know if I have the what do you call it, attention span. I could do it before. Oh, another thing is, to get off subject, we'll be right back with this game. Is get ready for another shot at the Commands and Colors tournament, and it's run by a buddy of mine that I play. I think his name's Ben or Benjamin. Oh, I hate being bad with names. Ben something, but and I'm going to put a link of it on this, but I think it's already started. I'm going to put a link of it on my video. Like I said, it's already started. Because they've already got matches. I got a match coming up next week, and I got to brush up on my commands and colors. But oh, I tried putting a link to it on a video that I was watching for Player's Aid, but I went and checked it out, and old old Alexander Grant took it down. So oh, sorry about that, guys. I was just trying to get some. All I'm doing is putting a link on there so maybe somebody was interested in a tournament, but I don't know. I guess they didn't like that and they took it down. So I'll put a link up on my video, and the whole 5 people that watch my videos will see it. So I thought, oh, I'll put one on theirs. They took it down. So we are having a commanding colors now. If you, my history with videos, and if you look on my channel somewhere, is with games online, I've had great luck one-on-one. But when I went to the War College, or when I had the War College tournament online, that was a total disaster. I learned from my past mistakes. I'm just going to tell these guys to slow down. Hey, I'm playing this game too. It ain't all about you. So, and then I did do a Napoleonics tournament, this same tournament last year, but the guy wanted to use a modification or a certain mod, and I was okay with it. But you don't want to. Here's another thing: you don't want to learn a mod, even though you know the game, on a tournament. Don't do that at all. Lesson number 2: never learn a mod on a tournament. So, and another thing that was wrong with him is he had a bad connection. I don't know what kind of platform he used. I don't think it was Vassal, but I couldn't hear. He couldn't hear me. So he's going on and on with all this stuff, and I'm having questions. And I just threw my hands up in the air and quit and said, told the guy, I'll concede, give that guy to win, and I'm out of the tournament. So this time we're doing everything right. We're going to play the Vassal mod, everything I want to do. It's about me this time. I'm not being a nice guy and letting everybody else, do what they want. I'm playing the game. I'm seeing their moves and I'm making my moves. They don't like it. Tough luck. So that's going on with that. So I'm all interested in that. I'm going to spend this week brushing up. I've played Command and Colors lots of times, and the only thing I don't like about Command and Colors is I'll get off my soapbox here in a second. Is it really is a card-driven game. I mean, I've had times where I played the host of this before, and he's even said, "Man, you got a really bad hand." Where I've had 2 times where I literally didn't have a move, so there was nothing really I could do. And it's so much of a card play game, which is fine. But I guess it's got some strategy, but that is totally a luck game. All right, on with this game here. Built for war. All right, and we got all this stuff all set up, I think, already. I'm going to show you what's going on here. Let me make sure, find out where I'm at. We have the German card here. This is the weight. And you can see this spot here is lighter and everything. That's your starting spot for weight. The heavier your tank gets, the more penalties you get. You can see the tank's weight on top and the penalties, -3 on die rolls when you try to do some blitzing. So heavy tanks don't blitz too quite fast. These are just little fire cannons. You can see those numbers, +1 on your die roll modifiers. Those lightning bolts are incentives. Or who's got the initiative. So you can see here on the initiative table, it can go down to 3 all the way up to 16. Now the person with the initiative is important, as in all war games, but in this one it's really important. You start out with the initiative hierarchy, and the German player always starts out with the initiative. He's on top. Whoever's on top's got the initiative. You're both on the same spot. Here is your victory point track. Right now nobody's got nothing. Oh, we got the seasons. And these seasons go by really quick. That's one thing I don't know if I'm a critique of, but man, you really gotta, get the building on. I don't know how you're gonna get this weight all the way up there with all the turns you got, unless you just start. Because the thing of it is, you got to research before you can put the stuff on your tank. But there is, and I think the designers of the game did realize that, because there is what's called a fast start option. That's the only optional rule in this game, is a fast start option. That's where you can always already have technologies put on your tank. It's like I said, when you're starting from bare to 42, there's not much to do. You got to research first before you can put these things on a tank, and time goes by. It's a quick game. All right, we're going to start to play here. I'm going to take a little breather, and let me see what else we have going on this table, or on this player card. There's your doctrine, and that's really important. You get 1 doctrine plate or chip or tile. I guess that's what these things are called. And if you've seen earlier, these things come out perfect. I mean, I am in love with Mr. B games. This is the first game I got of them, and this is fantastic. Uh, what game did I get? Well, like I said, I'm kind of sour on Hidden Strike by Worthington. It's an all right game, you know, but it's not my cup of tea. That's just it. I mean, it's all right. This one's really good. This is a lot different than Midway Solitaire, but I tell you what, this is up there. This might be one of my best games ever, and I'll show you why. And it's a quick game, but there is a lot of strategy, and it's kind of like Fields of Fire with their card play. All right, let me slow down and settle down and see what's going on here. So anyway, you got your doctrines. You pick this right away. There's certain doctrines you can do. You got the front and back. They both are different. I've been using this one with the Germans because you get one extra card when it comes time for your action draw. These here are your tank kills. Now, these are basically they call them tank kills, but if you kill all this guy's tanks, whenever you kill a tank, you take these off. If this guy's got nothing, you can't target him. If he ain't got no tank kills, you can't target him. So he's got to have tank kills in the tank kill box for you even to shoot at a tank. But there's other things you can shoot at, like support. And I'll show you that as it comes up around. So anyway, there's your card. We got this card, same thing for the Soviets. I picked this doctrine for the Soviets. And then the German player, whoever the player is that attacks you, be it American, British, or German, has to spend an extra initiative when they want to blitz you and take your objectives. So anyway, here you go. We all start on 5. They got a nice little T-34 silhouette in there, I guess. That's who that is. You know, these 3D things are pretty cool. I like these. These are neat. So there you go. I think on here they have a silhouette of a panther. It looks like. I don't know how good my military silhouettes are, but we're going to take a little break here and get on with the Built for War playthrough. Be right back. All right, starting off with our little playthrough here. They give you a nice little set up the game page, which really helps out. Gives you everything you need to know. Now I think each player selects a nation to play. Each player places one colored. Yep. Each player places a weight cube. Each player places 3 tank kill tiles. How many? Oh, 2. We got 2. Each player randomly draws 1 support card and places it above their player board. Support cards are these right here. These are fellow units. They're going to help you on out. They got some good ones here. These support cards are all done really good. The illustrations are great. These little guy doing this are victory points. Now, at first, I thought maybe he was going to hold up 2 fingers for 2 victory points, and he'd have one for the one, and then maybe 4. But no, it's just a V for victory. So if there's more than 1 victory point, you'll have like 2 or 3 of these little hand signals, which is cool. I guess I could have did it that way, or I would have maybe put a VP, or who knows. But that's their way of doing it. At first, I thought maybe, like I said, there was 2, but it's just me. So 2, you got 2 victory points, but it's just a V for victory. All right, now this is their support card. We just drew this one, and this will be for the Soviet player. Let's see who he gets. Oh, he gets a minor objective, which is good. You can see there, it's like a little headquarters unit. And down here, now that's all it is a minor objective. This is good for victory points at the end. And it's got a 1 little shield there, so it's got a 1 defense. So we'll put this above the old Soviet player. He'll start out with the objective. Now for we'll draw a card for the German player, and we'll see what he gets. Oh, this is something different here. He gets cavalry, German cavalry. Okay, well, whatever. Looks like Soviets to me anyway, but it's part of the game and it's cool. Same thing. He gets a victory point. Now this isn't an objective. This is an actual unit. This green thing here thinks I'm pretty sure I get a initiative boost right away, so the German player will go up to 2. And then it tells you here when it comes time to do some blitzing, these guys help. You get 2 extra initiatives with some cavalry behind you. So when it comes time to blitz the enemy, cavalry definitely comes in handy. Now let me go check on that green. I guess that's a lightning bolt. It has to do with the blitz. I think that has to do with coming in right away. Let me get to that rule part where it says that. I'll be right back. There you go. I was right. It says instant initiative boost. So as soon as I drew that card, I get an instant initiative boost, and it moved me up to 2. And like I said, I had the initiative anyway because there's a hierarchy, and I can show you that hierarchy here in a second. But there you go. Gives a little bit more about these cards here. All right. Well, we both start off with 1, and like I said, he got the initiative. Now what we do is go back over here because we're still setting up the game. And let me see here. Each player places 2 tank group, randomly draws 1. All right, now each player randomly draws blue technology tiles. Now we'll look over here. In the year 42 and 43, we used they say blue, they're more of a purple to me. And then we'll switch them out in 44 and 45. So here you go. You have a little, I got me a little tile draw thing here. So we'll take our tiles, drop them on in, drop them on in, and drop them on in. It's our big old tile pool. And I like these tiles, man, they're nice. All right, now according to this, if you got 2 players, each player gets 6, and it's divided according to each one we have. So we'll grab us a bunch of these tiles here, and we'll give 6 to the Russian and 6 to the German. Be right back. All right, we got our unlooked at. I mean, you can look at them if you want, but the technology tiles all go up here, and you always have 6 per player. That's how you can adjust them. We'll get 6 more out of here. Put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. These in here, and these will be the German starting technology options. These are all just different technologies. You can, like I said, research. Oh, bad card play, or bad camera play. All right, here we go. Now about ready to go, I think. Select which side of their doctrine they wish to enable. And doctrines are just, and they're all different from each nation. You know, there's each nation's special ability, I guess is what you can call it. All right, we will go up here now to the game. All right, first thing you do, it tells you right here, built for war, research and build, or research/build. You can research or build. You can't do them both. Now this is done, they say, simultaneously, so there's no real order. Everybody just kind of looks at their tiles, and we'll do it right now. Grab the tiles for Russian player. Set them all out here. These are his options. He'll be looking at these, thinking, what do I want to use? Let me look at this, and I'll find a good one here. I got these other ones. Discard, take a action, engine, gearbox. This has to do with blitzing. It's your main blitz, and these lighter colored ones are your secondaries. Primaries, secondaries. Discard, take an extra action. Your turn helps you zero in on the enemy a little bit quicker. Machine guns +2. Auto. Skirt. Defense. Let me look at these. I'll be right back. Alright, I was thinking about this auto. Skirts and skirts. Shures and skirts for my tank, but I think we're going to want to get this tank going. These lightning bolts are definitely valuable. You got to look at the weight, though, too. Do I want to turn or do I want to blitz? Machine gun +2. Discard. Discard to take an extra enemy action. I don't know if I want to do that. We are going to research. We got to get this research going here. We're going to pick we're going to research a 500 or 300 horsepower engine. And here's what you do. Just put in and go and research one at a time. That's what I said. It takes time. So we'll pick that one. Put the rest of these over in the... another one I thought about was the auto. It gives you some special benefits. Auto, it implements right away. As soon as there's no research on it. As soon as you do it, it's ready to go. And that's a shirts and skirt. We'll look underneath here. Oh, where did I see that at? Oh, shirts and skirt, shirts and skirt. Drizzle, HE ham. Machine guns, no turret. Shirts and skirt. +1 to to the defense bonus when flanked. That's important because flanking is a big tactic. This technology is immediately added to a tank when researched. So as soon as you research it, you get it done. That's a valuable tile there. But like I said, we're going to try to boost this engine up, and I'll show you here in a second why. All right, now as the German player, we're going to do the same thing. He's grabbing his tile. See what he got here. That's a good one here. Auto, draw 3 cards. That's pretty good when it comes to support. Well, he's got a lot of special cards. Another auto, draw 3 cards. Auto, Surgeon Skirt. He's got a Surgeon Skirt too. Ooh, that's a pretty good armor there, but it's heavy. That weight up there is a 5. Oh, discard auto, enemies, smoke. Alright. Let me look and see what I want to do as the German. This one here is pretty good, but it's not going to get your tank going anywhere. This one here is the Surgeon Skirt. We just seen what happens with that one. Helps you when you're flanked. This is a big time armor. Costs 5, but that 7 is a die roll you'll add, or that's a number you'll add to your die roll when you're trying to defend yourself against attack, and that's pretty good. That's really good. That might be what we want to get. This card. Oh, this messes with your enemies when they're trying to blitz. This one here is a big old engine, 700 power. Oof. What do we want to do? I think as a German, we're going to go ahead with this. Oh, shoot. We'll go with this one. We're going to research us some killer armor. It's going to make our tank heavy, but it's going to be hard to knock us out with that. So we'll see what goes on. I'll be right back. All right, that is quick. You either research or build. And like I said, in the first turn, spring in 1942, you have nothing researched, so you cannot build. And that's why they give you the fast start option in this game. So it's going to take a while. We can't do nothing no more till summer. So in the spring of 1942, we decided we were going to try to research what we just picked. Now, after all that, either you build or research. You come down here. If you would have built, you have to adjust your weight on your tank. We didn't build nothing. Like I said, we can't build yet. We just researched. But you pass the tiles. So these tiles here, and they got an order to do it in with a left and right. But since we're only doing 2 players, we'll just exchange. That's all we do is do the exchange. So we'll pass these tiles over and these tiles. So that kind of shows you that everybody gets a chance at the technologies that are there, that are in play right now. Now, you always got to make sure everybody's got 6. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, everybody's got their 6. Nobody's spent any yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Pass your tiles. There you go. You always want to make sure you got 6 tiles there for 2 players. All right, that is it. Like I said, when it comes time to 1944, we'll exchange these out for the orange tiles. Now it's combat action time. And let me get this sunlight out of here. This might be a pain in the butt real quick. Be right back. All right, like I said, it's a quick game. Research or build. Combat action's next. All right, well, the person with the initiative, which is the Germans right away, gets to go first. Blah, 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 blah. When the player takes their initiative, blah, blah, blah. All right. Now, I forgot to do something. Hold on a second here. All right, well, I wanted to save this for the video, but this would be more of a setup, game setup deal, and it's number 5. Reveal a number of action cards equal to the number of total players plus 2 and place them next to the game board. Like I said, I forgot to do that on the setup. But so there's 2 players plus 2, so you'll have 4 action cards up here every time. So we'll go ahead and reveal these. And these are really cool cards. I'll show you these right now. Built for War action cards. Illustrations are really good. Use the zoom feature. Guess he's watching some kind of a strike through his binoculars. Coming out of a tent. There you go. This will be the first action card. This one here is the so-called, remember I was talking about the Blitz. That's your Blitz ability. Next card. Burn Tracks. That's pretty much like a wild card. Let you pick any one of the 4 combats. Oh, fire your machine guns. Fire machine guns at support units. Oh, here you go. That's a support unit. Alright, and then the last card, fire your main cannons. Alright, now as a German player, like I said, that would have been already set up there. I forgot to do it. He's got the initiative, so he picks one card. Now the thing of it is, he's got this doctrine that says he picks another card. So as a German player, his special ability is to reveal one more card. And there you go. That's a support action. Let me look over these cards, my boards, my blueprints, everything, and find out what I want to do with my strategy. Be right back. Alright, now the Blitz is good, but the only problem is, and I could take its objective, is it's early in the game and you need kind of a lot of initiative. I don't have that many Blitz markers on here yet, so I am just going to, you need Blitz markers. First thing you do is you'll add your Blitz markers, which is probably 1, 2. He's only got a 1 defense on there. I guess I could maybe Blitz. Oh, what do I want to do? Show you how it's done. Or no, let's play the game. I'll show you how it's done later. Oh, fire machine guns and support units. I could do that, but like I said, our tank ain't really all that strong yet. What I am going to do is, I think I'll take the option away from the Soviet player. And even though I think almost all the cards are here, except maybe a turret card, I'll use the burn shred card as a strategy against my opponent. And I will use this burn shred, which means I can select any action. And even though there's a support card up there, let me go all the way over here and show you what I'm talking about. Here's our 5 actions. It's a combat action. When it's combat time, you can either support, fire your cannons, fire machine guns, help you move your turret, or blitz. So, in addition to burn shred card is one that is available. You can perform. It's a wild card, any of these. So we will burn a burn shred card, put that in the discard pile, and we're gonna have support down here. Support. Oh. Draw the top 2 cards and support deck. Now there are modifiers too for this, but we only get to draw 2 because we haven't got a modified card. So here you go. You look at which ones you want. Both of them. Oh, they're both the same thing. But we got bad shuffle. I've shuffled the heck out of these cards, so I can't say that. All right, so they're the same one. We'll put this one back, and we'll use this one. And we've got us 2 minor objectives now, which are fine. They count as victory points at the end. All right, so we did all that. Now we got more support. We drew our cards, and that's another thing is you can entrench your support units on these objectives. I'll show you how that's done later. But make sure have no impact on gameplay. Blah 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 blah. There you go. That is that. So that will qualify as Oh, did I do that right? Hold on a second. Who goes first? Be right back. Wrong turn. So this will go over to the German side because they got the initiative. Just got my sides mixed up. All right, there you go. So German player has the initiative, and he chose the burn shred card, wild card. Now it is the Russian player's turn. And because he drew an extra card, there's 4 cards here. It's only because of his doctrine. Otherwise, there'd only be 3 choices left. So as the and that blitz card would help me get some. Oh, what's another thing? All right, as the German player, we will entrench. This is an option you can do. Our support units with this objective. So now we got 2 defense shields you got to deal with when you want to attack, because these guys are entrenched on this minor objective. That's how you do that. All right, so now we're back with the Soviet player's turn. We find out which combat action he wants to take. Be right back. Russian player's going to grab a support card also. So we'll be grabbing 2 supports. And there, like I said, one was that, but we didn't know that if there were 2 players. Oh, this is this is goofy. Let me see this just real quick. Okay. God, all right, well here. This one goes on top, and we will get another minor adjective. This goes in the pile, and that will take care of combat for the spring of 42. That's quick. Like I said, it's real quick. After all combat actions are done, there's only 2 players here. This just explains more of what we did. Now you can skip all that and play a card to repair and rally, but nothing's been damaged yet. Nobody's been suppressed. Desperate measures also. The active player does not like any of the available action cards during their turn, or no action cards are available. They may declare desperate measures. Reveal the top action card from the face down action card deck and place it directly into this card. The active player must either perform that action as if it were one selected action, or they must use the card to be performed a repair or a rally action. That's it. If the card is used for its printed action, any weight allowance penalties are simply, that's another thing. With some of these cards, you got weight allowances. So, let me make sure I could have did all that. 0 for support. This one has a 6. Ooh, hold on. Who's the burnt tread? Let's see here. Burnt tread. Select any action. That was the German player. Huh. Yep, you got to watch out for that. There's a 6. So let me see here real quick. All right. Luckily, we're safe because weight allowance is a safe maximum weight for the action. If the weight of the tank, which on the German side is 5, exceeds the weight allowance shown in the selected action card, the player performs the action and then places a malfunction marker on top of the tank location card. So, in other words, and that's what's weird about that is, where would I put a malfunction? Because it's on my cards. But anyway, and I'll find out that real quick. But here's an example. And I don't know what the heck, a fire canister. There's no weight on this one. All right, well, here you go. On a blitz. It's an 18. So your tank's got to be pretty heavy not to perform that. But if your tank's weight was, I guess it goes up to, if your tank's weight was 19 or 20, you'd put a malfunction marker on this right here. All right, we're good to go because the tank is 5 and the burn tread maximum allowed is 6. So we're good on that. And that's one thing you got to always remember about. But I do want to find out where I would put that malfunction marker. Be back. All right. Well, I haven't found any place that says anything about where the cards are. There's no card symbol on a tank display. So we'll have to come back to that. Luckily, hopefully, we won't have to find out if we do. We'll have to maybe write into them and say, hey, what do I do about that? But anyway, we're back to the end of the season. And we'll leave all these face-up action cards to be, but we will draw one to make it 4. You always got to have 4 up there. So we have our blitz, fire machine guns, fire cannons, and we just drew a turret card. All right, and the seasons means this is now the summer. And like I said, that was it. There's one turn of built for war. It goes by quick. All right. At the end of the year, you can do a bunch of things like get victory points and stuff like that. But other than that, you can reshuffle the deck if needed. Make sure there's enough of these face-up cards. And we're going up next to the summer season. And we'll go back. And first thing we do is research build. We get on over here to where we're at. And look at these tiles. And now the thing of it is, I could, now there's something I've already blueprinted, so I could move this into the build. So let me look here real quick. And that's one of the strategies, like I said, these are going by quick, these turns. So you might want to get a bunch of stuff on there right away. Or if you got some good research stuff, you can't do both. You can either research or build. So let me be right back and see what the Russian player wants. And there's no order. They both do this simultaneously. We're just doing the Russian player first. Be right back. Okay, one of these tiles I got from the German player. There's a nice 700 horsepower engine. I could use that. I already got this one with 3, but you could always discard what you don't want, but that'd be a waste of a research. Ugh. Discard auto enemies. Don't want to go. We're going to use this one. And I think it's going to imply right away. I'll put these back into technologies, and we will play this one. And this happens right away, I think. Discard an auto. Oh, special words are labeled with the words auto or discard. Auto technologies automatically deploy when research. That means it'll happen right away. Then I discard it. All right, we'll look underneath here for smoke. Smoke auxiliary. When research, discard this technology tile and decrease the initiative of all other players by 1. Initiative disc on the same location are moved as a stack. Oh, I could have screwed everybody if they were all the same one, but anyway, we discard this, goes on a discard, out of the game, and his initiative is down to 1. He's the same as me. All right, same location, blah, 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 blah. All right, now I'm going to find out who's got the initiative when he has to go back 1, because whoever's on top gets the initiative now. But that'll be the card we play. We would have done research instead of build, so we didn't add nothing to our tank. And now we'll do the same thing over here. We'll let the German player check out his tiles. But I want to find out what the hierarchy is here. We'll be right back. All right, old Travis got us covered. When a player moves their initiative up or down, the disc is placed on top of the disc already in that location, so the German will have the initiative. All right, now we gotta look at the Germans' tiles. We'll be right back. All right, well, this one says discard to take an extra action, but we already get one more action card when we get on there, so we would be getting 2 more. If I wanted to use that, but I'm not really sure if I need that right away. Gearbox, machine guns. 50 horsepower turret, auto, Scherzen skirt. Being flanked. I think we will. Do we want to build? What do we have here? Oh, I think we're going to build. That's a good gun. All right, well, that's a good example here. We will not research as a German player. We will take the option of building. And we are going to, we've been researching this for a month since the spring. Now it's summertime. And I guess that's March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. So took us 3 months to research this. Now we can imply this on all of our tanks. This is 75 millimeter gun. Or no, 75 millimeter armor. I'm wrong. All right, this will go on to the armor spot. You can see there it was 3 added to your die roll and 1 when you're flanked. This is 7 added my die roll and 2 if I'm flanked. That's what that slash means. Normal defense and defense if they're shooting at your side. Frontal hits, side hits, I guess. All right, now I have to add 5 to my weight, so I need to count all these weights here. 1, 2, 3. I guess this was a 4, 5. Yep, that's why he was on 5. So we got us 1, 2, 3, and a 5 moves me up to 8 as my weight, and that gives me a blitz penalty of -1. But that is how that is done. You can see where this armor goes on top of the armor. These things here match. The weighted armor was 2. I'm going to replace that now. And that first number is what you do on a normal die roll. And that slash is what your armor will be when you're flanked. So this means my front armor is going to go up to 7. My side armor is going to go up to 2. And that'll be it for my build and research. Built for war, first phase, build and research, done. Now we're coming back to combat, and we find out who goes first, and the one on top is the Germans. We're back. All right, German players get their combat options, but because of their military doctrine, they get to draw an extra card. So there you go. We got 2 turrets. Just another turret card. Gives them a little bit more options. If Alright, fire machine guns, fire cannons. We just got that. Well, we got a bunch of brand new armor. I don't know about that, but might be time to blitz. Oh, we need to get that initiative up. We don't really have no. We're gonna do the turret. We'll be right back. What's the turret? Combat action. The turret action allows a player to increase their initiative by the amount equal to the total number of lightning bolts on primary and secondary turret technologies on a built tank. Turret's only one, so I'm only going to be able to increase it by one. Now there's also initiative may never surpass 16. Any turret bonuses shown on support units. We don't have no support unit turret bonuses. We got blitz bonuses. Would have came in handy too. So on this turret bonus, we're only going to get an initiative increase of one, but still, you need as many of these as possible. So we need to boost up our turret to get more bonuses. So we have used that card as our combat choice. We increased our initiative, and now it is the Soviet player's turn. Oh, we'll be right back. What does he want to do? Which card does he want to pick? And like I said, we really ain't got the initiatives stocked up to use the blitz. I mean, it'll increase our initiative some, but oh, maybe we should do that. It's got a weight maximum of 19. What was that last weight for my last? We did a turn. It doesn't have a weight need, so we were able to do that. Got plenty of weight for that there. Fire machine guns, turrets an 18. Alright, we're going to take a blitz. We got enough weight. Our weight is 5. The maximum weight is 18 on this one. And I'll show you what happens with the blitz. Alright. Blitz combat action. Count the number of lightning bolts shown on a tank's primary and secondary blitz technologies, which is only one again. Alright. Blitz bonuses shown in support units also are added. No support units. Alright, so we only get one. So we are tied, but we are going on top, which means now we got the initiative. That's how that works. So we get one for there. Now another thing is, to capture an objective, we got to reduce my initiative by the amount equal to the defense value. The defense value of the entrenched unit is 1, so we got 2. Oh. A player may not capture an objective if doing so would reduce their initiative below 0. Well, we could do that. We got 2. We're going to go ahead, but then we lose the initiative. Be right back. I think we're going to go ahead and use it. Take it. After adjusting initiative, the active player may choose to capture enemy objective. To capture an objective, reduce the active player's initiative by the amount equal to the defense value of the objective and the defense value of any unit entrenched on the objective. So like I said, there's 2 there. I have to reduce my initiative by 2, puts me at 0. But I will grab the objective, and the unit entrenched stays there. But this little objective here, I just captured. Alright, now I lose the initiative though, but that's what it is. But I do got some victory points coming up. So it's always nice to have the objectives. That will take care of build for war combat actions. And like I said, it goes by quick. End of season. Fill this back up. Oh, did we forget something? Hold on a second here. I think we did. After we did the technologies, we forgot to pass them. So let's pass these here. Pass these here. And you got to make sure you got 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. German's got 1, 2, 3, 4. So he gets 2 more added to keep him up to that 6. All good. We just forgot about it and did it in time. But I found myself doing this when I play the game too. Just get a little bit ahead of yourselves. Make sure you slow down and take care of everything. But now we're up to date. All right, and the seasons. We got all these taken care of. These guys are all ready for the next turn. Reshuffle a card. If not winter yet, we will move this up to the fall. And you go back to research and build. Like I said, it's a quick game, but we'll get into some more when we get these technologies on here. It gets a little bit more complicated and more strategies involved. But when we come back, it will be the research and build. And who has the initiative? The Germans, because we just spent all of our initiative to get that objective. That's the Russians. Or the Soviets, rather. We'll be right back. All right, it is the fall, 1942. And it is the build our research phase. And we usually have the Russians go first. Like I said, it's simultaneous, but I'm one player. I usually go to Russians first. Discard, take an extra action. What do we want to research? Or do we want to build? So that's another thing, too. Let's see here. What do we have on our blueprint? Our engine. Auto. Oh, discard, take an extra action. Machine guns. Gearbox. Turret. Oh, shirts and skirts. Shirts and skirts. Hold on a second. All right, we're going to research. We'll go ahead and research the old 50 horsepower turret. Make that turret go a little faster, and there you go. Nothing we've added to build our tank yet as the Russian player. See if it's a wise strategy or if it comes to bite us in the ass. Alright, there's a German player. Let's look at their technology tiles. Be right back. Alright, since we don't have anything already in the blueprint phase, we're going to go ahead and research our firepower. So we'll flip that on over. Grab all these tiles and proceed to put them back. Oh, in their little technology spot. Now, unlike last time, this time we will not forget to exchange the tiles. There you go, there you go, there you go. I exchange these to here. And like I said, there's a certain way we pass them right or left according to players. You know, I'm always by myself, so there's two players, so it's going back and forth. But I think you pass them to the right during some years and pass them to the left the other years. All right, now I got to make sure everybody's got enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How does that work? Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more will give him 6. But how did he get 7? Be right back. Alright, hopefully we're right side up and not upside down. Well, I don't know how that happened or if you're allowed to, but I just went ahead and threw one back on in there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So they both got 6. Alright, let me look and see here. Leave all face up, reshuffle, blah, blah, blah. Let me see. That's end of. Alright, number of players, future technology, tiles and allowed. Alright, players pass their to the left. Players pass their tiles to the right. Place the new tiles and technology location for the board. A player has fewer tiles, blah, blah, blah. Number of tiles allowed. 2 players, 6 tiles, so I had to put one back. Yep, you're only allowed 6. So I don't know what we did wrong on there, but maybe I'll watch the video and find out what happened later. Alright, we're there. Nobody built. We all researched. So the research and build is done. Now we're back to the combat actions. Alright, German player goes first. And because of his doctrine, he gets to draw another card. So there you go. We figure out what the German player, which card he wants to pick. We'll be back. Alright, we're going to go with turn again. Try to get us some more initiative. I don't see anything really, fire cannons, or anything right away that we need to do. But like I said, we're running out of time and years. So we got 3 more years left. Alright, under the turret, combat action. The turret action allows player to increase their initiative by the amount equal to the total number of lightning bolts, primary, secondary, turret technologies. So, turn. I think we already did this, and that is just a 1. support units get none either. So let's go ahead and just move this up one. Increase the incentive by up one space for each lightning bolt. And that is it. That's going to be a quick. Put this in the discard pile. Remember that I had a blitz card over here. Like, oh, where'd that come from? All right, we're all good to go. It is now the British player's turn. And because of the doctrine, we had one card. So there should usually be three there. But because of his doctrine, he gets to add one every time. And that's what he does. So, so which one would we want to choose? Our tank is pretty well bare. We got to get some of these technologies boosted up into the actual real world. I think. Shoot. We're going to do the turret too to get us some initiative. So we got one on our turret marker, one lightning bolt, and none of our support units got anything to help us out either. So we're going from 0 to our 1 because we spent it to get that objective. And that'll spend this card. That is now the end of the combat action. It is the end of season. And that is where we, again, restock this to this. Oh my God, with these turret cards. Alright, that's just the way the game is. Alright, now we'll go from fall to winter. Still 1942. That is all we do for the end of season maintenance. Leave all the cards face up. Make sure there's 4 of them there. 2 cards for each player plus 2 extras. We're going back to the build our research. I think right now, for the Russian player, we got to build. We got to get some of this stuff on here. So we'll choose the build. This will go on to our, we will add a 300 horsepower engine to our 140 horsepower. So we'll go from 140 to 300 horsepower. On the Blitz display. And our other blueprint that we want to research now will be the turret. So now we get a couple more from the turret. Goes from 1. All right, we have to add our weights too. We always got to remember to do the weights on these cards too. I forget about that, but we are pick the build, and now I gotta adjust the weight. We'll be right back. Well, we can do it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. So we're up to 7. It's still a 0 on the Blitz modifier, but it's up there. Alright, that's what we will choose to do. Now the German is going to build also. He wants to build this gun, so we'll go ahead and build. Put this fire. This increases fire from 1 to a +3 on a die roll. Weight from a 1 to a 2, so I got to add up my weights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're up to 9. And it still keeps it as a -1. Alright, that is the end of the build or research phase. Again, switch our tiles. Switch our tiles. Count how many he has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw 1. Gives him a 6. Make sure he has 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. We get technologies added to the technology pool. 4, 5, 6. There we go. Like I said, it's the winter season. So here we are. There's the combat action. Oh, no, that is the research and build. Now we'll go to the combat actions. We got everybody stocked up, and the German player has the initiative. Again, his doctrine means he may draw 1+ card, action card. There he is. And it is a blitz card. All right. Now, since we got our tank built up, we can maybe do some offensive actions. Let me look here real quick at these choices for the German player. Be right back. All right. We're going to try our new tank with our new firepower. Our German player is going to pick the fire cannon option. Now, it says here that the weight, there is no weight limitation or weight limit for firing your cannons, which makes sense. So we will go over here to the fire cannon. Oh, fire your cannons. All right, now suppressed units may not fire. If I had a support unit that had a cannon on it, I could use him instead. But I'm just going to fire my cannon from my tank. Not support units don't qualify. All right. Suppressed units may the cannons allow the player to fire at enemy tanks using their tank and all supporting units that have a cannon icon. Players may fire cannons on their tank and eligible units in any order they wish. Suppressed units may not fire when not suppressed. An active player chooses a tank to target. That's just it. He chooses a tank to target, so I could choose either, if I was a 4-player game, I could choose either a British or American tank. All right. So, but this is a German unit. I'm going to fire at the Russian tank. Containing tank kill tiles. He's got to have tank kill tiles. The active player determines their firepower by rolling one die and adding their firepower bonus. That's where that +3 comes in at. So we got our black German die. He gets a 2 with his firepower bonus is a 3. So here you go. The German player shoots with a 3. Alright. Or was he getting with a full on second? Alright, sorry about that. We got vacuuming and everything else going on around here, so it'll be quick. Roll of a 2. This here will be a 3. So he'll have a 5. Now, the active player firing uses the support unit firepower bonus. There's no support unit. Now the targeted unit determines the defense by rolling a die and adding the first value shown on their secondary armor technologies. Here you go. So I'm going to, as the Russian player, a 4. Alright, now here's the deal is, if the active player initiative disc is higher than the location of the defender, the unit is flanked. So I had the initiative, I was able to flank him. So I got to use this number. So I rolled a 4 plus a 1. I can't use the 3. If he was shooting at me at the front, I would have beat him. But I got a 1 instead. So that makes that a 5. So it's a tie. Alright. If the firepower is greater than or equal to the defense, the active player destroys one of the defender's tanks. There you go. If the firepower is greater or equal, and it was equal to the defense. So I destroyed one of his tanks. Tanks that kill enemy tanks are mass produced by a player's nation. If a tank destroys one or more enemy tanks, that player receives a tile. So he loses one and he receives one, but that'll be the only thing he receives. No matter how many tanks he kills, he only receives 1 tile per year. Alright, so there you go. That's how that was done. Now we also got an overwhelm. If the active player was firing their tank's cannon and their firepower was greater than the defender, the active player may fire their tank again. The target of the tank was at least 1 tank kill tile. So we're going to fire again. We'll fire here when we get done with the company dogs and the cleaning up, but I just want to give you an example. We'll be back. We'll call this a video. We'll be back.